Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we are discussing quite possibly the cheapest self-filming setup there is on the market today. Now, I'm sure there's some cheaper options out there, but these are a couple options to get you started, just like I did, to get you going filming your own hunts. So we're going to go ahead and start with the camera that I used for many years. I want to say 5 or 6 years. I picked this up at Walmart way back in the day, for about $100. So it's pretty cheap. What this is the Sony CX240 camcorder. And I love this Sony camcorder. It shoots in 1080 HD, and it does a great job for what I used it for many, many years. From trapping to hunting to fishing, you name it. I was able to film all of those right here from this camera. And I looked it up just a minute ago, and today retail, you can get this on Amazon for about 160 bucks. So that's a pretty cheap option to get you started self-filming. Next, I want to talk to you guys about the camera arm. The camera arm that I have here is a Killshot camera arm, and these things, I think they're discontinued now, but I looked it up and I found one on a website that was overstock, and it was like 33 bucks. So it's a cheap camera arm. It's nothing special. The head is nothing special, but it does get the job done when you're up there in the tree stand trying to film all your deer hunts and even your turkey hunts if you strapped it to a tree on the ground. But this is a really solid setup on getting you started self-filming. That way you can just go out there and film your hunts when you want without making a huge investment. I know, like me, I started filming my own hunts whenever I was in high school. And so getting started, I didn't have a lot of jingle to work with. So I went ahead and purchased this camera and this camera arm, and it has been really, really good throughout the years. And the only other piece of equipment I started with was about a $12 tripod from Walmart. Thing was as cheap as I could find, that was small enough to fit in my backpack, and it's currently being used right now to this day. But it is an incredible tripod that I have also used for 5 or 6 years without any problem. It's nothing special, but you can throw it in your backpack, don't have to worry about it getting beat up or banged up, and it's nice and lightweight. So you can look at several different tripod options, and then you can decide on what works best for you. But that one was cheap and lightweight, and I absolutely love it. So without further ado, let's jump into some upgrades I've made to take my self-filming up a notch. So one of the very first upgrades I made to my self-filming setup was my GoPro. I went ahead and bought a GoPro last year. It is a GoPro Hero 9, and I have absolutely loved that GoPro. That thing has worked wonders for my channel. It's given me some different angles to work with, and it's given me the options to do things that I hadn't done before with an action camera. The camcorder is great, but it can only do so much. And that's where the GoPro is able to get me those different options to capture some really unique and awesome and exciting footage. So that was one of the first upgrades I made. And to go along with that GoPro, I was able to pick up some cheap battery packs. Now you can get some from anywhere. These are some muddy ones, and I actually got these for Christmas, so that was awesome. And what I did was I modified these to have a rope on it so I can just hang it off the end of the GoPro and then have my cord running to the GoPro and have it charging at all times. And I'm able to let this run, because that's the last thing you want, is trying to run multiple cameras all the time and then having them going dead. So these battery packs have been a lifesaver for my GoPro and allow me to keep filming even when the battery may not last that long. You have these as your backup and your battery bank to keep you going. So I bought one of these that's a little bit different than this one, but I bought one from Walmart that was like $5, and that thing lasts 3 or 4 hours and just does a fantastic job for what I need. So a battery pack is a must, and that's just one of the upgrades I've made so far. And the next upgrade to go along with the battery pack and the GoPro is this easy hanger. And basically you screw this into the tree, and I screw it in behind me normally, to my right, and then I can mount my GoPro onto there, and that way I have that second angle from behind me looking down while I'm in the tree stand. So that's another investment. It's cheap. You can pick these up really cheap, about any sporting goods store. And this will get you going on mounting that second angle camera behind you in the tree when you're deer hunting. And last but not least is my Sony a6400 camera. This is the biggest purchase I've made for my self-filming adventures. And this is a camera that shoots in 4K, takes incredible pictures. It's a mirrorless camera. And I also invested in a cage for it. And the reason I did that is because this screen flips up. So you can't mount the mic right here because then that'll get in the way of your screen. So I bought the cage to where you can mount the microphone on the side. And this is a Rode Video Micro. And it captures all of the audio and it has the wind noise reduction on it, which is a huge help, especially out there in the deer woods, at the turkey spot, and even at the fishing hole. You know, you don't want that wind blowing and causing your audio to be awful, because that's going to turn people away from all your videos. But this has been an absolutely incredible purchase. I just went ahead and filmed my turkey hunt where I harvested my very first gobbler. So go check that video out after this one. But hey, stay here, we're not done yet. But I was able to kill my first gobbler ever, and I videoed it all with this camera, and it turned out absolutely incredible. The 4K footage is wonderful. I have absolutely no complaints about this camera at all, and I love this setup. And right now I'm currently running a 55 to 210 lens, and that works really well, especially for capturing wildlife at a distance. Now someday I may get an 18 to 105 power zoom lens, but again, that's down the road. You know, I'm just trying to stair step and slowly upgrade as I go. And I just want to encourage you guys to just go ahead and do something and get started, because if it's something you're passionate about, it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have or how fancy it is. I'll tell you what, I filmed 90% of my episodes on this camcorder right here. Were they the prettiest? Were they the most clear? Absolutely not. But you know what? It got the job done. It was easy to use, and it got me out there in the woods more and allowed me to capture my harvests and my hunts just like I always wanted to. So don't be afraid to get out there. Use your phone. Use anything that you need to get out there and get going. I know several folks that use their phone and they really enjoy it. So I just encourage you guys to get something and get out there, because it is so much fun being able to create content. And if you've made it this far in this video, I just appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my self-filming setup. And hey, this is a good starter setup to get you guys going. So I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. And hey, we'll catch you on the next one. Nice shot. Got him. Mark. 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 Come on, baby. Go down, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Holy cow. He's down.